It's Jed here, and if you've been painting for a little while now, you probably have started and finished a painting. And that means that you might be one of the people that come to me and ask, how do I sign my painting? Jed, how do you sign your painting? So we're going to talk a little bit about that right now. Okay, so I have a finished little painting here, and I'm going to sign it. So maybe the most obvious thing would be to say, well, I'm going to grab a brush. And you probably want to grab a small brush, not a real big brush. Like, this will probably be too big if I'm trying to sign it with this, too big of a end. This one can work, right? This probably could work, but where do you sign your paintbrush, or where do you sign your painting? Now, what I usually try to do is I sign it in the bottom right corner if possible. If there's something happening over here in the painting and I need it to be a little bit, not as obvious, like maybe there's something close that's the point of, the focal point, then maybe I sign it over here in the bottom left corner. Where you sign it is kind of up to you, but generally what I try to do is I try to find a place that's a little bit inconspicuous. I don't want my signature to stand out like the focal point. I don't want it to be totally crazy, but you want it to be legible. So you don't want to paint a little scribble on there. And the reason you don't want to do that is because if no one can recognize your signature, then no one will be able to find you if they see it hanging in a gallery or in a coffee shop or in somebody's home. No one would ever be able to find you if they couldn't read your actual name. So you want to kind of make it legible. And you can use a brush, but one of the things that I like to do is use something that's a little easier to work with. Now, you might be kind of tempted, if you're like me, back in the day, I was tempted to use a Sharpie. And there were a couple times when I did use a Sharpie before I knew that it was not good to do that. So the reason you don't want to use a Sharpie is because it has ink in it that is acidic, and it's going to actually eat through it's going to change color for one thing. It's not going to be good on the surface of your painting. But you can grab something like this. This is a Liquitex paint marker. It's made out of acrylic paint, so it's basically exactly the same kind of paint that you would be using on your painting anyways. I have these other ones that are also acrylic paint pens, and I would choose one of these right now for this painting just because it is the color that I want. See, it kind of matches, and you can get different colors and you can choose which one you think would go with the painting. Sometimes I want it to just stand out a little bit. Sometimes I want it to blend in. This color right here will be a little bit of both. It's gonna kind of go with the rest of the painting, but it's not gonna be a crazy like bright red, but it's also not gonna be like something that you can't see. So what I usually do, and the reason I love these is that it's so straightforward. It's just like signing your name with a pen. And that paint is opaque, and the way it works is that you have to press down on the tip of that to get the paint to come out. But you can see it can cover over a light surface. It can cover over a dark surface. You just choose your paints accordingly. This is my favorite solution to signing my paintings. I hope that was helpful for you, because I don't like signing my paintings with a paintbrush if I can avoid it, because it's just a little bit, you have to mix up the paint, you have to do this stuff, and it's just a little bit harder. I'm a very pragmatic person, so I love the acrylic paint pens because it's applying acrylic paint right on my acrylic painting. It's one of the great benefits I found of using acrylic paints, and I hope it was helpful for you. That is how I sign my paintings, and you can do likewise.